Hello Aries, suns, moons, and risings. My name's Zayleigh and welcome to my channel. In this video, we're going to do a reading for the month of November 2022. See what energy is coming in for you guys, what I can tell you, what messages I can deliver for you, and keep in mind these are general readings. If you're new here, thank you so much for watching. And I'm just going to start shuffling your cards and then we will get into your reading. All right, Aries, so I shuffled your cards and I actually did a spread. So we're going to do the overall energy and then we're going to do week by week predictions as well as challenges, blessings, and then other messages that I have for you. Starting off your reading, we have the Three of Cups, and this is going to be the overall energy. So it looks like you guys have something to celebrate. If you're not celebrating, this means like connection with other people, maybe making some new friends, maybe doing something in your community. You're feeling like very connected to the people around you. And I feel that also this can also be if you wanted to do like collaborations with other people, things like that are creative, right? Because cups is like so creative, cups and wands, right? So taking your emotions, that's why I love like water. The energy of water is crazy. It's amazing because it basically is like taking your emotions and then putting that out into the world, putting that art out, right? You could be actually creating stuff with people where you're feeling like very connected to those people because you connect with them emotionally. Now, if you're not, creating things with other people or whatever, then you're just connecting with the people around you, period. Like you're feeling a sense of, connection to your partner. You're feeling connected to the people at your work. It's like it's a positive energy as far as the people around you. The first week we have the Nine of Cups and the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So any kind of, maybe you guys have been really busy. I feel like you're able to kind of balance out the busyness that you're having because, the Two of Pentacles is like multitasking and like doing all these things and trying to make it work, but sometimes you feel like you're not going anywhere. You're just like doing all this work and you're like, whoa, this isn't working out. So, but we have the Nine of Cups there. The Nine of Cups is all about that emotional fulfillment. So definitely I feel like you guys are like tuning into your emotions more and whatever that looks like for you. But maybe I also see this as your emotions being more balanced, as you finding more balance as far as like how you react to certain things and the things that you do. You're not going to be, well, we do have a challenge card over here. So I'll talk about that in a second. But anyways, like for the first week, I feel like you guys are very much in a place where you're feeling quite content as far as like on a deep emotional level. The Nine of Cups is that like a wish fulfillment. So maybe you guys receive some type of news or information about something that you have really wanted. If you have your own business, maybe you have like extra orders that week, like there's something that it contributes to something that you really enjoy doing and it makes you feel good. So however that manifests for you, you'll have to let me know. The second week we have the Fool and the Nine of Wands in reverse. Again with the reversal, that's actually good because I feel like you guys are really like putting down that, you're dropping the wand, you're dropping your defenses of the things that aren't really like I feel like I had this conversation in another reading. I can't remember whose it was at this point, but it's like you think of what it is that you're putting your energy into, but you're really not like getting a lot back out of it, The Nine of Wands upright is the warrior energy. It's like I'll fight until I die, like I will put my energy into this. I'm not going to give up. So you guys are definitely giving up on something. But this thing that you're letting go of and giving up on is actually propelling you into something new. Okay, so maybe it comes from that like idea, maybe it comes from a connection with another person. It like you leave something behind, you give up your energy, contributing your energy to something, and then it puts you in a different direction. So you'll have to let me know what that is too, because that's really interesting. In the third week, we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the Seven of Swords upright. There's so many ways that I could read this, but I'm just gonna say like what I really feel. As far as the Wheel of Fortune being in reverse, right? That means you're breaking some cycle, and I feel it's either with you or another person, that maybe like there's some type of the Seven of Swords is very much about themselves, right? It's somebody who sneaks around and who like, so if it's not another person, it's going to be a certain thing within you that you are kind of, you're stopping that pattern from continuing moving forward. So with that Seven of Swords, it's like, it's either someone who doesn't have your best intentions, it's somebody that you don't feel like you can trust, like you're, like a cycle has been, it's done with that person. If it's in regards to you, something that you're going through within yourself, then it's like cutting, it's basically would be like cutting the bullshit of the, you know, maybe ulterior motives that you have, or, you know, because none of us are perfect here, right? So you have to be really honest with yourself at this point, because it's either going to be in regards to a certain person, or it's going to be in regards to yourself. And if it's not something that you're actually doing to others, then I have to lead it back to your mind, because swords represents the mind. So maybe you're cutting out certain like limiting thought patterns that you've been having. There's something that you're stopping, and you're not going to continue moving forward with it, but it's something that hasn't really been working for you. So take it how it resonates. It could be a person, it could be just a situation. Like maybe in regards to the week before, like it's a continuation of kind of just leaving behind that, you know, you're throwing in the towel on something, right? You're like, I'm not really getting much out of this anymore. Like say if you're working a job and you're like busting your ass, right? And then you're not even making that much money. And then you're like, wow, this is like really like taking advantage of me. Okay. And then you're like, all right, we're not going to do this anymore. It could be a side project. It could be, you know, just fit it how it does resonate for you. But it's something that's been like taking your energy, and you're stopping it. It's good to go. You're good to go. Thank you for the lessons. And now you cut that cord. And as I say, cut the cord, then we have the Queen of Swords. So with the Queen of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles, there's definitely, I feel, communication about something in regards to your work or finances, something like that. It could also be in regards to your family. So I feel like there's some type of communication that you're going to get. And also taking more responsibility in your home. You're like, you're setting up boundaries for sure. So I feel like healthy boundaries. You want healthy boundaries in your home and in your environment. But just taking responsibility for the things that you need to get done in your home. There could be clear communication in your home if you live with somebody, if you have roommates. I was like, what are they called again? Geez. You know, you're being able to have clear communication with in regards to your home. And also I'm getting like your community. So if you are in a community of some sort, then you can be having clear communication in regards to your community. So as far as your challenges, we have the Knight of Swords and we have the Seven of Wands upright. So this is what I was kind of thinking, why I didn't speak too much about like, oh, not feeling defensive, you know what I mean? Because this looks like a challenge. So maybe something that someone says to you, something that happens to you and you feel like you have to like put your guard up, like, wait, no. You know how sometimes, you know, people be taking things real personally. So it's like a sense of just, you can still stand up for what you believe in, still speak your truth, all good, but don't let the external experiences that you're having with people, make you like stay in the Seven of Wands. It's somebody that's very defensive. It's someone that's like It reminds me of the energy, I'm not gonna lie, those people out there, and I know some, but it's like they get upset when you don't believe the same things that they believe, which doesn't make any sense. All right, we're all living different experiences, and we all have different pasts, like upbringings. We all have different cultures. We all have different, you know what I mean? Like, until you walk in someone's shoes, you don't really know why they're believing the things that they believe. It's like feeling really defensive over some type of information that comes in, or something that somebody says to you, to where you're like, no, I'm, you know, so just that could be a challenge for you. You could have a certain situation, not for everybody. The other way that I can read this, if it's not that, like somebody, you know, kind of triggering you, it could be that you feel in a situation where you really have to stand up for yourself. You really have to speak your own truth. You really have to like put on that fighter mode. And you, you know, the Seven of Wands is really kind of like looking, you know, there's that like a little bit of a closed heart, even though it's interesting that he's wearing a green shirt, but it's like there's a big wand up in front of his heart space. So, you know, take it how it resonates for you. I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's just going to be, and it doesn't have to be like you feed into that, but you could just like, even for a moment, get triggered at something because you're like, oh, I feel like all these people are against me, or I feel like people aren't understanding me. And it's okay. We all feel like that at some points in our life, but learning how to not take things personally, I think has been one of the biggest blessings for me personally. So speaking of blessings, here's your blessings. So we have the Eight of Cups, we have the Ten of Wands, and we have the Hanged Man. So I'm seeing this being like a full-on confirmation of that Nine of Wands being reversed, and then we have the Ten of Wands upright. So it's like everything that really isn't serving you, I see that you are surrendering to that, because you're being asked to surrender to it, okay? With the Hangman, maybe having a different perspective. You're not attaching all these ideas of how something should be, and you're just walking away gracefully from the things that aren't really serving you. All right, so anything that's been like kind of a burden, because the Ten of Wands is like burdens, okay? It's like you're putting in a lot of energy and a lot of work to something that I mean, it could be worth it in the end, but also at the same time, if you continue with Ten of Wands energy, then it's like massive burnout. So it doesn't really benefit you in the end. It just depends on how long you want to go through that. So with this being in your blessings spot, in the section of your blessings, I see that you guys are really surrendering and like really walking away from things that like aren't fulfilling to you. They're not, I feel like you're just like taking back your power, you're taking back your energy to give that to something that's more in alignment with what you really want. And the last message we have here is the Two of Wands and the Six of Wands reversed. So if something doesn't work out, right, we look at the Six of Wands reversed, okay, this would be victory upright, not so much victory when it's reversed, okay? But we add the Two of Wands here. So if something doesn't work out, okay, as far as like, I'm really feeling like an opportunity or maybe something that you wanted to happen, it's because the universe is shifting you to go and look into a different place. Okay, you're being asked to look in a different direction and not dwell on the things that aren't working out. So if something goes wrong, like I said, if you have a business or if you're, have a regular job that you go to, something isn't really working out, a friendship, whatever, relationships, but I feel like it's mostly going to be in regards to like something that you have been putting your energy into that you feel like you didn't really get the full recognition that you deserve. It's okay, because you're just being asked to see something. You're being asked to look in a different direction and to eventually move in a different direction. Now, whether you move in a different direction this month, I'm not sure. I think that this could be like the kind of the catalyst. We have a catalyst for something and then we start making movement after. So It could be after, maybe in December, January, who knows, but it's like, okay, you see that some things aren't working out. You didn't really get what you fully wanted here, but it's okay because it's just shifting you in a different direction. All right, so I'm going to get a Moonology card for you guys. Get a lunar message for my Aries friends, and then I'm going to wrap up your reading. Ooh, 2. Okay, cool. So we got, full moon in Scorpio. So no, it's a new moon. Never mind. I was going to say, are we having a full moon in Scorpio? No, but we're in Scorpio season. Okay, so it says, it's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. I feel like full moon in Scorpio is like in May season, something like that. But anyway, the message is there to release the negativity as far as what you want to put your energy into. So if you're feeling negative about certain situations, people, whatever, your environment, time to really like release that negativity, meaning release those situations from your life. And then we have the energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. So it looks like there's definitely movement, because I see you guys walking away from things that aren't fulfilling to you. So it's just a matter of how I feel. Maybe I want to say, this is what I'm getting. If you release any negativity and the things that aren't working for you in November, that energy is going to gain momentum. Like as you get to the end of the month, because we had positive cards here, Queen of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, and then that's going to kind of keep you going in that energy of like moving you forward into December. And then we'll see next month what December has in store for you. All right. So I hope you guys are doing well. I'm sending you so much love. My hands are getting a little chilly, but I got one more reading to do and then I'll be done. So I'm sending you lots of love. If you enjoyed this reading, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Okay. Bye.